We're going to be talking about long-term water damage here and water damage claims that involves your insurance company. How, if you do this one thing, you might be able to prove your claim and get your water damage paid, even if the insurance company tries to say, no, this is long-term water damage. We're going to get into this video. So my name is Mike Keeler. I'm a licensed public adjuster in the state of Florida. Here's my contact information. So this is me, Mike Keeler, the licensed public adjuster, your favorite public adjuster, and your YouTube public adjuster. So let's talk about these water damage claims. If you've seen my water damage videos over the last 5 years, you guys have probably seen and witnessed and been part of insurance companies over the last 5 years, most recently the last 2 years, 3 years, do not want to pay claims. It's getting to a crisis level. They never want to pay anymore. All right. Third point, they love trying to find some type of long-term quote-unquote leak, right, to deny your claim. So how can they find out or make that assessment based on an inspection? Anytime they see mold, boom, they're going to say this is a long-term water damage. If they see something where the wood is rotted, but that is such crap, and we're going to talk about that as to the reasons why, especially in Florida, that doesn't hold any ground in my book. So obviously when it comes to these water damage claims, long-term water leaks, these adjusters love to lie. Holy crap, they love to lie. They will make stuff up that you supposedly said to them to deny your claim. And I'm going to show you. You talk to them over the phone, they're going to say you said something over the phone. More than likely, most of it's going to come when you are face-to-face at your home, at your condo, at your apartment, at your property, where the damage is, and you're not being represented, and you're showing the adjuster around like he's your friend, and he's going to take care of you, and he's going to do you right. These guys lie. Let's show you a perfect example. Guy from YouTube. Don't forget, like this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Okay, so this is Daniel, the insurance adjuster. I'm going to play this video.
Alright guys, Daniel the adjuster here. We have an opportunity to investigate an interior of a home for damage, water damage. And look at this view. It's a nice little beach property. Look back here. A little cute little place, but sitting there on a beautiful lake with an incredible view. So let's take a look at some water damage. All right, folks, so we're inside, and it's interesting as I came up to the...
Please pay special attention to this. Right off the bat. But anyhow, watch this. Very important. Next 30 seconds or a minute.
The house, and the next door neighbor actually stopped me and said, "Oh, I can't believe they're having somebody come by and take a look at the house. The house has been in neglect for so long. No one's taken care of it. They've had an active leak for almost a year in the roof, and they're aware of it. And now they have somebody coming out to take a look at the damages. You know, it's just not fair that somebody can let their house go that far behind in neglect and then do nothing about it and expect the insurance to pay for it." That's what she said.
Whoa. Alex, for $800, let me have things that never happen. This is the biggest lie I have ever seen in my life. I've had hundreds and hundreds of claims. I have never had a neighbor come out. Number one, how in the hell does a neighbor know that the guy's an insurance adjuster? So she just runs up to a guy and says, "Boy, I can't believe how bad the neighbors have neglected this house." I've never ever heard of this in my life. ever, ever neighbors getting involved. Neighbor coming and running up and saying, let's hear what he said again. Something about
for so long, no one's taken care of it. They've had an active leak for.
So she knows that there's been an active leak somehow for over a year. Listen, if I have something going on in my house, unless I'm telling my neighbor about it, how in the hell do they know? Right? So that's something.
Almost a year in the roof, and they're aware of it. And now they have somebody coming out to take a look at the damages. You know, it's just not fair that somebody can let their house go that far behind in neglect and then do nothing about it and expect the insurance to pay for it.
So that's the thing. So he says, wow, she said this, that, boy, these people just don't take care of the house, and now they're having insurance take care of it. How does she know who the hell this guy is again? How does she know they put a claim in? What is this guy doing in the house by himself with nobody else around? There's a lot of questions I have. I'm calling bullshit, and this is exactly why I'm playing this, so you guys know and see firsthand. Don't listen to me. If you believe this guy, well, you believe him. Full of shit, bullshit, hurting people. And sorry about my language, but this gets me so mad. So mad. Let's listen a little bit more. Now,
that's what she said. So guys, real important, if there happens to be people outside, talk to them. You might get a little bit of information about the house. The reason why this is important is because this claim was open with an unknown kitchen leak and basically damage inside the house. And I asked him if he'd got a plumber, and he said no. And I asked him if he'd got water mitigation. He said no. So that kind of stuff is a little fishy. And
no, it's not fishy, because if you have a water line break, it's easy to replace the water line. You don't need a plumber for that. The rest of this video, he goes behind the fridge, and we'll show a little bit, and I'm going to bypass. There's another part where it's shady what he's doing too that I'm going to show you. Water mitigation. What if this guy, he doesn't talk about when the guy reported the claim? What if it was just 3 weeks ago? Now, supposedly this is this guy's second house, okay? But if he just reported 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I mean, if he knows it's already damaged, water mitigation, the damage isn't going to get worse except it to turn into mold. But if he's in a hot house, that could have been moldy within 1 week.
And so we want to be spending a little time looking around and seeing what we see. So let's take a look. Okay, first glance. we got a lot of water, guys. We got a lot of water going on. We got these little fans. We got him doing a little bit of remediation, but oh my goodness, look over here. We've got some long-term rot. And
long-term rot. That can easily be formed in Florida. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I see it all the time. Doesn't take long.
Damage down here, which does match the story that neighbor was saying, is that they've had a long-term leak.
See, the neighbor didn't say that. I guarantee you 100%. This is his story, right? This is his story. Because what I would do, if I was a homeowner, I'd file a lawsuit against the insurance company. I'd depose the neighbor. Oh, is this what you said? Guarantee. She wouldn't. Probably don't even know who this guy is, to be honest.
Now, look behind the fridge. And we've got, again, some major damage. The fridge looks like it was leaking for some time. We've got cabinet damage, massive cabinet damage. We have floor buckling. So we definitely had something going on here. Look up here, the water line looks like it was maybe hooked up at one point.
So looks like this is probably a water line issue. He goes into it a little bit more, but he talks about all this other, they find mold and all this other stuff down there. And again, it only takes a few weeks. So this is his second home. Supposedly he's out at his other home. Listen, if somebody has found damage and then reports it late, right? That's okay. That's okay. Now, if you report it 6 months late or a year late, there's going to be issues. It's probably not going to be covered, right? Couple weeks, a month, I don't think there's any issue with that. And yes, in Florida, this can get that bad in 30 days or less. 2 weeks to 30 days, easily, with the humidity in Florida. But I want to talk about this roof real quick. Okay? He went up on the roof.
Do you know the U.S. solar company's nasty little secret? It turns out if you live in Florida, they
on the left side here as far as wind, except for one little shingle down here at the bottom.
So supposedly,
pulled off, I guess.
This was another claim for wind damage.
In the wind or something there, just a tiny one there. We always do, for this carrier, this is Horse Man, we do a brittle test. Brittle test, guys, very simple, is you take one shingle, you bend it 45 degrees, and then you see if there's any marks after it's bent. We've already done the bend. There's no damage after the bend, so we put on pass. So on the right side, a little more wind damage, but here's the thing. It almost looks like it's a little bit older. Some of it's new. We got a repair over there. We've got some rot around the chimney, which doesn't justify the interior damage at all. I did my brittle test on this side. Over here, same thing. No damage on the right side when I bent. In the wind, you know, you pull these up there. You know, that would take an enormous amount of wind to pull that up, to cause water to go into those. But no, this is in the middle.
So here's my point on this video. He tries to lift up a little section. He sees he can lift it up, and then he acts like he can't. He didn't test all these other tiles, the asphalt shingles, what we call uplifting of the tile. That's what wind does. It uplifts. See these missing tiles right here, all over?
The vaulted area, and there's no damage. So the damage is over here.
Where he showed us just a little bit ago, those missing tiles.
So it's very possible, guys. No damage on the right side when I bent it. You know, that would take an enormous amount of wind to.
Those tiles are missing because of the wind. They got blown up. So if he were to uplift, the reason why he doesn't, he's recording the video. So then another thing shows about the dishonesty of these adjusters. Otherwise, he put it right on video. Okay, I'm trying to uplift it. Can't. These are fine. These are fine. These are fine. He didn't do it on the video, right? So let's get into the final part here, the meat and potatoes of how you can actually prove your claim to the insurance company when they talk about your leak is a long-term leak. What you do, get your water bill, okay? It could be your best friend and help prove your claim. Look at the first bullet point. If the insurance company claims that you have a long-term leak, send them your water bill from the past few months. And if there is no dramatic change, you say, hey, Mr. Adjuster, Mr. Insurance Company, you're telling me I have a long-term leak. Why is my water bill the same? If I had a long-term leak, this leak would be going on for months, right? Weeks. You would see an elevation in my water bill. Why isn't my water bill? This is what I'm trying to tell you. It just happened the last 2 weeks, last week, last 2 days, whatever the time frame that you told the insurance company. So this is your best bet to use a water bill in your behalf, in your favor, to prove your claim and try to get it paid. Now, unfortunately, with a lot of insurance companies, okay, these days, it doesn't matter what you show them. You could show them the Bible, and they may not just want to pay. And sometimes you just can't do anything about that, because that's the environment we are in right now. So then you have a couple options. If you're not already represented by a public adjuster or an attorney, obviously you would want to go that route. Again, my name is Mike Keeler, your favorite public adjuster and your only YouTube public adjuster. If you have a question, need help with the claim, this is how you can get a hold of me. Here's my contact information. Thank you for watching this video.